It appears my reputation precedes me. It has indeed been a remarkable journey. Although there are parts of my journey I am embarrassed by, it was necessary for me to go through them to arrive where I am now. I remember 7 years ago, I was living in a group home, and my job at the time was to gather shopping carts at a retail hardware store. I was depressed at my lot in life. People my age had careers, wives, even children. Here I was working for minimum wage, gathering the carts that other people were too busy or perhaps too lazy to return to the front of the store. I didn't know what I was doing with my life. I was just getting by day to day. One day an old therapist saw me in the parking lot pushing carts. He was happy to see me, although I was embarrassed. He asked me how I was doing, not in a superficial way, but because he was truly interested. And then he invited me to speak to his clients. I didn't know what to say, but I agreed. I remember speaking to the clients of his, telling them about what I had been through. I was honest, direct, and blunt. I was winging it, but I was talking about my life story. They responded to it. They asked me questions when I was done speaking. Although I had thought little of it, apparently I had moved them, and they were inspired. I remember talking to my old therapist after I had talked to his clients. I think I was complaining about where I was in life, about how my friends had families, good jobs, and wives or girlfriends. He stopped me and reminded me of the truth of my journey. None of them have mental illness, he said. That put things in perspective. I had gone through battles, I had been tested, and I wear the scars of my test. I had faced great adversity, and I had triumphed. They might have families, good-paying jobs, and committed relationships. But had they been through hell and back and lived to tell the tale? And if they had been there, would they have proven to be as resilient as I have been? He was right. I have a different outlook because of my experience. What some people take for granted, I had to work 3 times as hard for. There is stigma, self-doubt, and run-ins with police that come from being manic. I've had highs and lows. I've alienated friends and I've embarrassed myself socially. I have burned bridges. But I'm here today to say that despite everything I have been through, I have overcome. What I needed was people who could believe in me when I couldn't believe in myself. Programs like Greendoor that work with the people society too often writes off. Perhaps working 30 hours a week, pushing shopping carts for minimum wage, and living in a group home wasn't my ideal life. But there are others with mental illness, living in the streets, battling homelessness, and all sorts of weather conditions, as well as the burden of society and their untreated mental illness. There are people who would envy the chance to make minimum wage and have a roof over their heads. What do I have to complain about? I can never forget where I came from, just as I can never forget my dreams of where I want to go. And I know that every step forward I take, every accomplishment I achieve, and every award I win, I'm doing it with my people, the mentally ill behind me, and I'm doing it to show them that they can too.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the Remarkable Caring Family Award, please welcome to the stage Greendoor board member John Talcott.